brings you a series of special reports which catch up with some of the stars of punk in the province a quarter of a century on. Tonight we look at what appears to be a resurgence of interest in punk music. And Patricia Wilkinson caught up with the old and the new faces of the punk scene here.
Leading English punk band the UK Subs playing in a Belfast bar. A scene from the late 70s, early 80s perhaps. Well, in fact, this punk gig was just a couple of weeks ago. Proof that punk is alive and well and playing at a venue near you. When punk first reared its angst-ridden head in the mid-70s, the province spawned a plethora of punk bands, many of which had moderate success, while some hit the big time. Contrary to popular belief, however, the onset of the new romantic era, which brought bands like Duran Duran and Spandau Ballet to the fore in the early 80s, didn't kill punk rock off. If anything, it may have had a bit of a lie down, but it certainly wasn't finished.
Well, I don't think punk's ever been away. I mean, there's always big festivals in England and all, and all the bands like the Sex Pistols reformed. A lot of the older bands are still going, they're still playing. And it's brilliant. Plus, not every kid today is into dance music. I mean, there's a lot of kids who want to reject what the record companies are forcing down their throats. And they want rawness and they want energy.
Music pundit Terry Hooley has been called the midwife of Irish punk. He certainly babysat enough fledgling bands in the punk heyday and was responsible for signing up the Undertones, Rudy and the Outcasts to his Good Vibrations record label. Over 20 years later, he's still at it, having recently signed punk outfit Oops. The four-piece band went through a number of changes before electing to play punk rock.
We're supporting this band Running Rat in a time we're playing sort of slow, easy-going rock stuff, and the energy and the enthusiasm of these guys when they're playing on stage just sort of went, back to the drawing board, we'll have to do something like this. So went away, restructured a lot of songs, a lot of new ideas, and come out more or less like a punk band.
The band has just released a CD and played support to the UK Subs, which on the punk scale of things is a pretty good start. Aficionados say punk rock is enjoying a resurgence here, with a number of venues playing host to local bands. They even have websites dedicated to the punk movement here.
If you thought punk rock died in the early 80s, then think again. The people at this Belfast gig say it never went away.
It's always been there. There's always been people that's liked it, and the surprising thing about it is there's always been young people that's liked it because of the energy, I think, and the whole music thing of it, you know.
It's never been dead. As long as there's a will in the way here, so you look around you tonight and see who's here. Charlie Harper, UK Subs. When I was 21, I seen the Subs, London, 21st birthday. And then to see Charlie and H still doing it, well, what do you say, like, you know what I mean? It's got to be good.
It never died here, not really. It moved to America. You had all the American scene. It's still huge in America.
It may be a little less energetic than before, but punk rock fans insist once a punk, always a punk. And for old-timers like the UK Subs who are still together after 25 years, they're happy to keep on playing.
Punk rock now, I think, is akin to jazz, you know, in the 40s, 50s, or blues in the 50s, 60s and 70s. It's a thing which, you know, is evergreen now and will never die. We're always booked until the next year, so we can't get off, you know, we kind of, you know, you can't just stop and, you know, what are you going to do anyway, you know, go fishing.
And tomorrow night, Patricia looks at one of the first punk bands to come out of Belfast and how they very